Breaking Down the Law is sponsored by Battle-Born Injury Lawyers.
Breaking down the law as we do every Wednesday, so let's get to it. The Hey Reb statue on the UNLV campus was removed in light of recent social justice protests around the country. Well, UNLV's president has indicated further changes could be coming. Now, proponents of the name change have gathered more than 4,000 signatures arguing that Rebel is racist with origins in the Confederacy. On the other hand, you have others that argue the term was chosen to reflect UNLV separating from the University of Nevada, Reno. We're here to discuss the future of the mascot is attorney Matt Hoffman with Battle-Born Injury Lawyers. So, Matt, okay, let's start with this. Why Hey Reb is being called racist, and a lot of it, Matt, has to do with the original mascot.
That's absolutely correct. So, look, historically, UNLV used to be essentially a satellite campus for UNR. And in the 1950s, they, became an independent, separate school, so to speak. And the students developed a mascot. What it was a wolf, because UNR is the wolf pack, wearing a Confederate uniform. And it was used symbolically to say that, that UNLV is rebels. It was a rebellion to break off from UNR. Now, in the 1970s, obviously, that being so insensitive, it was changed to the mascot we know now. And the new mascot look is supposed to reflect more of the Western expansion, the miners, the people that came out west that were rebels, in that sense, the trailblazers. But its original origins invoked the Confederacy, and that is the sticking point, and that is why you're seeing this huge push to change the name.
Yeah, and I think that gives people some perspective or kind of some history about the backdrop of all of this. Well, as we all know, the Running Rebels, synonymous with UNLV's basketball glory days, and there is a strong attachment to that. But against the backdrop of today's social climate and outcry for change, where could we ultimately see this going, Matt?
Yeah, so I can give some anecdotal evidence to that. I went to law school where I'm from, the University of North Dakota, and the mascot when I was there is the Fighting Sioux. And North Dakota, as far as hockey goes, has a storied program. And so there was a ton of attachment to this name, the Fighting Sioux. And there was, tons of backlash to change the name. The NCAA told them you need to change the name. But the school had its hands tied. And there's a Vegas angle here. Ralph Engelstad, a very successful businessman here in Las Vegas who built the Imperial Palace, he actually graduated from the University of North Dakota, played hockey. He's a backup goalie. He had donated over $100 million for the hockey arena, but it was conditioned on the fact the school could not change the name or the mascot. And so it actually literally took an act of Congress, at least the state Congress, to change the name. And after that was ordered, it took several years. Students and alumni were given codes so they could make votes online. And after about 2-3 years, they changed the name from the Fighting Sioux to the Fighting Hawks. And that's what it remains today. So I do think this is going to happen. And I have no skin in the game for UNLV. I didn't go here, but to give people insight as to my experience, it will happen, and it will take several years to happen.
Well, it's interesting that you could provide that personal perspective as you saw it play out and where it ultimately could go. So definitely one that we're going to keep our eyes and ears peeled to and keep people informed as to where this could go, because it ultimately impacts us here in our Las Vegas community or Southern Nevada community. So, Matt, appreciate you. As always, we'll do it again next week.
All right. Thank you.